Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new, please subscribe. My channel is about all things makeup and makeup related, so if that interests you, be sure to subscribe. I created this neutral smoky eye using the Jaclyn Divin Neutrals palette by Morphe. You get 12 shades for $18, and I just really love the way this turned out. This is definitely an eye look that I wear all the time, and this time using this palette was much better than the first time using the palette. I had no issues blending out any of the shades, and the shimmers are super pigmented. And so yeah, I just use a gel eyeliner. I haven't done a gel eyeliner in a really long time, and I just created this smoky look with a black wing, this very typical smoky eye look using this Jaclyn Divin Neutrals palette. And we'll just jump right into the tutorial. So the first shade I'm going in with is just barely on a ColourPop E15. It depends how tan you are, but this shade might not show up. This is a very warm toned transition shade, and it's really not that pigmented for a transition shade, but I'm just blending this into the crease area, warming it up, adding some definition, and I really love this brush for that. This is the ColourPop E15. It's just a more dense blending brush, and it works so good. So I just sit here and do this for a while because blending is key to every makeup look. Blending is so important. Next, I'm going with the shade Good Vibes on a Morphe JH33. This is like a flat blending brush, and I am just blending this out into the outer upper crease. And this actually blends out like a dream. The last time I used this shade, it really was not that blendable, but I'm just using windshield wiper motions, blending out the upper outer crease, and it looks really good actually. It's a really nice warm tone, orangey brown. And this time it blended out very well, and just, carving out the crease, adding definition. And next I'm taking the shade Boo Bear in a Morphe M507. This is a really good brush for blending out the outer V and smoking it out. So I'm just going to blend this into the outer V and then smoke it into the upper crease a tad, bringing it into the crease. This is actually darker on your eye than it looks on the palette. And again, I was surprised how well this shade blended out. I don't remember my shades blending out this easy. The last time I used this palette, I felt like I had a more difficult time. So I'm just taking my time, blending this out, creating that outer V, kind of carving out a very soft, smoky look, and just dragging it into the crease. Nothing too dark, nothing too crazy, but I'm really taking my time blending this out. And I'm going to go with an even darker shade for the eyelid, like the lower outer V. So this is just adding some definition and, blending, like beginning the darkening effect, but I am going in with a darker shade. And then I'm going to go in with a brush with nothing on it. This is the other brush I was just using, just to blend out the edges. Make sure everything's nice and soft and well blended, because blending is key. Take your time and blend. And then I'm just going back in with the M507 just to, make sure everything is nice and blended. Next, with the same M507 by Morphe, I'm taking the shade Cinnamon Roll. This is the darkest shade in the palette, and I am blending this into the outer eyelid outer V. So I am just making sure that this is really nice and dark on the eyelid outer V, not dragging this into the crease. I drag it up so I can blend it into the shades on the crease, but I'm keeping this on the eyelid. So that way this is like the darkest part, and it flows into the less darker browns on the crease. That's how you really kill a smoky eye. So that way, like, the darkest part is like the part that's going to be hidden when you're looking straight ahead. And I'm taking my time blending this out. There's some fallout with these shades, but take your time blending and keeping it on the eyelid. Next, I take my finger and I go in with the shade All Luxe, and I'm putting this in the inner half of my eyelid using my finger, kind of packing it on. It's a beautiful shimmer shade. It's very buttery and smooth, and yeah, I'm just packing this on. This would be a really great shade to go on wet, but I didn't. I just used my finger. I thought that was like enough, and so yeah, I'm just packing this on. Next, I'm going with the shade Striptease. This is a darker shimmer, and I'm putting this between the light shimmer and the smoky outer V. This is just going to help those shades transition. And then I'm going to go over this with some darker shadow. It just really adds a little effect to the shimmers and helps them transition. Going back in with the Morphe M507, I'm going to blend some dark shadow over that shimmer so they can blend together. And then I'm going to blend this shade into the outer lower lash line. So that way I'm balancing the look on the top lid and the bottom lid. And take your time blending this out. This is really important. You want this to be nice and smoked and blended. But also, you're going to get some fallout with this shade, so don't go in with a lot of shadow because you are going to have fallout. And I'm going to blend out that dark shade with Good Vibes using a Sigma E25. This is a flat blending brush, so that way I can warmthen up the bottom lash line with that smoky outer V. And then I'm going to touch up some of that light shimmer in my inner corner, making sure that is super vibrant, shiny, and pigmented. And on a small detailing brush, I'm taking the shade Rose Quartz. This is a Becca highlight. And I'm going to highlight my brow bone. I usually don't do this with a shimmer, but today I did. And then highlighting my inner corner. This is a really good highlight. Really, really good. So I'm just making sure this is nice and highlighted. So drag this on the bottom lash line so I can balance out the top lid and the bottom lid. So then I'm going to go with some black gel eyeliner by Maybelline. This is the Ariel eyeliner brush by Morphe. And I'm sorry I can't film it yet because I have to be really close to the mirror. I don't know how to film that. But I love the way it turned out. I love gel eyeliners. I wish I would have gone and make it a little bit darker. And then I'm going with defina-line by Maybelline. This is another gel eyeliner. It's a pencil for your waterline. And I'm going to tightline my lashes as well. And then I'm going to apply some Ritzy lashes by the brand Kiss, and then that completes this look. Thanks so much for watching, and please subscribe.